Ladies and gentlemen, cut it out. This is unbelievable. I mean, this is something that well certified is going top shelf. This is where the spider makes their web, and my guess is tipping it over the bar. Is that what we have here? It's episode 1. To really lay it out. Because we met and we had a mutual friend who is authentically 100% serious with enjoyment. And us getting together, we made this meatball that we're going to say, hey, what Mia Hurd, Hurd, from Wisconsin, the incoming freshman goalkeeper at Marquette University.
Thank you.
Yes, and what we're doing here is Mia said, yeah, I'm hip for this, is to really lay out the journal, to really lay out how Mia got to this point, and then what is Mia going to be doing tomorrow and the next day and the next week and month, and this because we're not leaving Mia stranded. She's got all the big brothers and big sisters with her, and we're going to be here for her, along with their coaching staff and so forth, to be able to help Mia, to be able to help the team, to maximize their brilliance. And it helps because Mia, she doesn't leave anybody behind, man. She's gotten the camper of the week and and that's because outstanding technical mastery, but because she helps out her fellow goalkeepers. I mean, you talking about a business agent, the president of the goalkeeper union. That's Mia Hurd, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
And before we turn it over to you, I just want to build you up to say this, that you are a very serious person because you realize the journey in front of you, what your expectations were, what they were, and how to achieve it. And however you consulted with others or yourself, you were able to leave high school early because of your credits. You had so many college credits. They said, well, you don't have to go home, but you can stay here if you like. I mean, and you chose to go up to Marquette University, something a place you fell in love with, that you were there to start the studies and to start the training and to start people to know the name. Mia Hurd, ladies and gentlemen. Mia, go at it.
Yeah, no, the decision to come early, I talked about it with my family and my coaches kind of before, the start of senior year, and it was something that, I knew I wanted to do. I wanted to come into the college environment, training, and, playing our spring games. I wanted to get that started early to set me up for more success, in the fall. So there were a few classes I had to take, first semester of senior year, an English credit or something, but my school was really accommodating, and it was such an easy and seamless process coming in. So I'm so thankful for everybody who helped with that.
Yeah. I mean, taking an attitude of gratitude, sister, will get you open doors and a lot of good stuff to lay out for you. So,
Yeah, I agree.
okay. So, under full disclosure, Mia, we've talked a couple times in interviews, episodes, and texting back and forth, and so you know that I'm I'm not your regular run of the mill Joe, and you have allowed yourself to become a part of Wales Certified, and this is something very unique because I think it's helpful and I think it's going to help you. Would you concur?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I love our conversations, and you definitely make it so easy, like the questions you ask, and then like you pave the way for like me to say and like open up, which is awesome. I love these conversations and being a part of this.
Thank you now. So anyway, I got I'm at Balloon Boom Studios in downtown Holly Hills, and I got to take myself off the ceiling. I'm so big headed here.
Bro,
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the story goes this. Do you remember the time, the date, the place when you fell in love with goalkeeping?
Yeah. I I always played it like growing, well, not really growing up, but like in when it was academy, so like I was like 8, 9 or 10, you know. I We never had a goalkeeper, so I always offered like, "Hey, I'll play a half as long as you put me on at striker or forward the rest of the game." Um, so I ended up really liking it, and I was told like, "Hey, if you want a really good chance of making the A team, you should try out as a goalkeeper." And I was like, "Yeah, I love that. Like, why wouldn't I?" And then I when I started out, I was not good. So it took a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of coaches, but I think like as I went up through like select in my club years, like I really grew to love the position.
And would it be your starting off first episode to tell people, ones that come behind you, ones that are with you, ones that are a little above you to reconnect? Do you have to love it before you learn it, or can you learn to love it?
I think it's definitely easier if you like come into it and like you start it and you love it, but you can definitely learn to love the position. Like I think my love for being a goalkeeper has only grown as I like there's been more moving pieces, you know, like you get introduced to more things as you like progress. And like you also like your ability grows so you're able to do more things. So I think like the love's always kind of there, but you can definitely grow into it, and like just like the love never stops, you know.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. And do you have any big brothers and sisters?
I have one younger brother.
Okay, then. Well, so you know, peer group. You ain't just with the whale. We got professionals in all types of fields to be in your peer group, and so they're going to be listening to this. They're going to be listening to your responses, and making that recipe for that magnificent meatball. I hope you like meatballs.
Love meatballs.
All right, then. And you know it just doesn't come easy. I mean, you got to put some TLC involved and do it right. And that's the thing is that ideally in the long run, what it 25, 30 years from now, you'll say, "Hey, Wales, thanks, man. We did a pretty good job, didn't we?" Yeah, we
Yep.
did. Yeah, we
Yep.
did. Yeah. And that's the whole shooting shebanga is that if you love it, You want to do it. You know what you have to do in order to get doing it, because you know once you hit that your head on the pillow, somebody when you're sleeping, somebody's working, trying to outwork you, and
Yep.
yeah, and all that comes to where no matter what, this is a win-win. Forget about it. It's for eternally win because we're doing something we love and we're doing it for the right reasons. That we are sharing because we care.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
All right, then. So now is the time, just briefly, please, 5 minutes, is to say about you growing up, the last thing that you remember you were in a good club, a good high school, you're doing this, you're doing that, and then somehow, somewhere, you're thinking, well, if I don't go to England to play, or the national team doesn't call me up, I gotta get together so I can go to college. And
Hmm.
how did that process all work out for you?
Like my recruiting process too, a little bit.
All of it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think since I like started really getting into goalkeeper, I knew like I had big dreams. I wanted to go play Division 1 soccer in college. I want to eventually play professionally is the dream. Um, and the goal. So I like college first was always kind of what I was striving for. So it was about like working to make sure I got all the credits in so like I can graduate on time and then like sending the emails to coaches, putting in the work so that like I put myself in the best position to be able to like come in and like go to college and then also like compete at college. So it was a long process, but it was good, and I'm really like thankful that I put in the work earlier and I was prepared so that I can come in and like come early and then set myself up for success. So like I got here, you know.
You know, there's people ask me, hey, what's soccer camp would you recommend? I said, well, you know, I'm a goalkeeper. I guess you're looking right past me, you know. But if you had to pick one, shutout camp shutout is the way to go, baby. I mean, we're
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah. And you went there, and you seen it, and was it only one or a couple times you were the goalkeeper of the camp?
Yeah, I was voted #1 female goalkeeper at the Michigan Roadshow this past year and then the year before, which was really cool and such an honor.
Yeah, yeah. That you set a standard
Hmm.
because you know winning it that's pretty hard, but to win it again, oh baby, you know. Because
Yeah,
they all say, hey, over there, you see her? She won it, and she's here to try to win it again. How about you? And so you got everybody's A game, and I take it that you have found out getting it is one thing, keeping it is a total different deal.
definitely. Yeah. And it's like, I love the camp shutout um, camps too. Especially like I love the big show and then I love the Frozen Road show too because you have so many really amazing goalkeepers and like people going to these camps and like we all push each other to get better. Like I couldn't have done it if I didn't have everybody else in my group and like at the camp pushing me to try and be my best too. So
Yeah,
it's a lot of community too.
right. And that's a big thing of why we're doing what we're doing is to really show people, hey, it's not just your little something going. you have to be a part. You have to be part of the 11, part of the 18, part of the 22, part of the whole league, part of the game. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, and it really means something. Uh, and so I'm sure you have a sterling reputation amongst coaches, players, and fans. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't want
thank
you to
you.
boast too much, but do you think that's okay?
Yeah, I think so, but yeah, it's definitely the people along the way who have given me the opportunity to have that. So,
Yeah. Now, I tried to reflect to see if I was, because you're 18, 19.
18, yeah.
I tried to reflect if I was as mature and had a grasp of the English language at 18. And, and when you say, because you say stuff that is what a professional who is taking classes would answer like. And
Thank
so,
you.
yeah. So when you verbalize opportunity, tell tell your little sisters and other goalkeepers what is the real essence of what do you mean? What do you want to convey to people when you mention and point the word opportunity to everybody who would listen to you?
Um, that's a good one. I think like opportunity to me is like it's anywhere like you can like go and you can compete. Like it's anything that you can achieve and like you get yourself there by doing the work, by preparing, and then by also like having others around you and relying on them and leaning on them to make you better so that you can achieve all the things you want to achieve.
Nice. And that's one little word, opportunity, huh?
Hmm.
Yeah, man. You know that word impossible has I'm possible in it, right?
Yeah.
And in the latest, the Wales is that if you're not in over your head, get the hell out of there and get in over your head. That you know, like you when you fly with the eagles. You don't fly with no pigeons around. You know, they can't fly that
Definitely.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be all in 110%.
Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, and that well, I got goosebumps, you know, because that's really what you're doing. And are you going to go home in a little bit, or are you going to stay the summer up there, or what?
I am really lucky that like I grew up so close to here. Like my home is 30 minutes away from like Marquette, this home, you know? So
I didn't know
so
that.
yeah, so it's really cool that like I can go home, I can spend time with my family, but like I'm just like not even 30 minutes away from campus and there's a lot of other people on the team who live around here or are going to be staying around here, which is really cool too.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, I didn't know. I really did. I thought you had to go. What was that part of the ingredients to make your meatball? To say the location of the school and the travel time in between.
Definitely, yeah. I always knew like I wanted to stay closer to home. I was actually originally committed to Indiana University, which was it's like 6 hours from my house. So that kind of I decommitted from there. I came to Marquette, which like now being here and like looking back, like I'm so happy that I'm this close to my family because like it makes it easier because I know they're like literally a drive down the highway away. And like we spend so much time together, which I wouldn't be able to do if I was farther away. So that was definitely a big part of Marquette, along with like everything else, you know?
Yeah. So we got to ask: If that opportunity didn't appear and you had to go to IU, you had to go a couple states over, you and your family sat down and worked, a mutual understanding that, hey, we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, I think it would have been a lot harder for me cuz like it's not just like my mom, dad, brother like live close, but like all of my family like extended too lives in Wisconsin. So there's not really anywhere I could have gone like away from here where I would have been close to at least someone. Um I we would have made it work obviously, and like we would find times to like go see each other. And like if I was going to IU, like they would have come down to watch a lot of games and stuff. Like we would have made time to see each other, but it's really nice having this close where like if I really need to see them one day, like they can come here and like we can hang out, go get dinner, just talk for a little bit, drive around, you know? So
Yeah.
I'm really thankful I'm like we're this close.
And since you've been playing and going through the teenage years, how about it with those little special times with your family really, really made the journey extraordinary?
100%. Yeah. Like my dad would come and watch my practices. They'd be at every game. I would switch off going with my mom or my dad to like when we had showcases far away, and like we always made it like an experience and spent a lot of time together. So I really miss those moments. And I'm excited. Like we have a game this Sunday, spring game. So they're going to be coming to that, and I'm really excited for that too.
All right then. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So we had that. Now, when you start taking classes, am I correct? You're living on campus,
Yeah, living on campus and taking classes right now too.
right? What about give me a kind of like a regular type of day? What time you wake up? Baba boom, baba bang.
Okay, so this semester I have all 8 a.m. classes every day. So I usually wake up around like 6:30, get ready, brush my hair, brush my teeth, put on clothes. Then I go to Commons, which is the dining hall near our dorm, and I eat breakfast. And then I head off to class. My schedule's a little different, like depending on the day. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I have two classes, one at 8, one at 9. And then I have a little break, and then I have another class at 12. And then I come back to our dorm, get ready for practice, and then we practice. And then after that, I like do my laundry, do my homework, like get everything done that it needs to get done, hang out with like people on the team. Um, and then Tuesday, Thursday, I have two morning classes again. I'm done by 10:45. Then come back to the dorm, get ready, eat lunch somewhere in there. Forgot to forgot to mention lunch and dinner. Then we go to lift, have a little break. Then we go to film or culture class, and then come back to the dorm and just repeat like night routine, hang out with people. So
What do you what this culture have with the we have the team movies or you know that type of thing. What is culture?
our culture class we talk a lot about like team identity, and like we have like our values, and we talk about this book Legacy. Like we're really focused on building a culture and like setting standards for ourselves, holding each other accountable, stuff like that. So we take time each week to like really focus on that, hone in on that, and like perfect that.
Yeah. Now, is there a Mia Hurd routine, or are you flexible? Like, is there something you just got to do? Like when you wake up, do you just bang, man, you're right out of bed, or you say, oh, okay, and then you focus and then get out and do what you need to do?
I like to wake up a little earlier so I can kind of relax for a bit and then I can like ease into my day. Um, but it depends. It depends. Sometimes I'm like I wake up and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm ready to go." So I get out of bed right away, but I like to ease into my day definitely.
Yeah. How about have you witnessed the benefits of meditation?
Yeah, I want to start meditating more. It's really good. Like just before bed or like in the morning, like it's awesome.
Yeah. And about that sunlight, you like that sunlight?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Haven't been getting enough of it. It's been too cloudy, but it's warming up here. So,
Yeah. But just being out there, just being, out and letting the rays hit you, so, whatever they come through the clouds or the mist or whatever. But, you know, it's it's really good. Are you a fan of sunrises?
love sunrises, love sunsets. Yeah. It's beautiful and it's really nice. It's a good start to the morning.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And so, that is there something that you used to do that you don't do anymore because you realize the benefit of starting that day off right?
Mm, I used to like stay like for this semester specifically, like I would stay in the dorm until I had to leave for class and I would make breakfast here, but I found that like getting out of my room and going to the dining hall to get breakfast, like it makes me more awake and alert and ready for class. And it also makes it easier to leave on time, so I've been trying to do that more.
Nice, nice. That's that. There,
Mhm.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Mhm.
Because I really feel that that is a benefit is that you're not in the you're in the cocoon. I mean, when you're sleeping, you're by yourself, you're there, and the universe is protecting you and everything. Well, once you start waking up, hey, you got to embrace it. Reach out,
Yeah.
Corporal Diem, baby.
Yep.
Yeah,
Definitely. Got to get moving.
right. And I can tell you, I don't move as much as I used to. And so that's the whole story is that please, all the scientists say, hey, well, you got to move. So, Mia, we got to move, right?
Got to move.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah, and that's, I mean, the greatest goalkeeper in the world, his name was Ben Over. I mean, bending over to move to the ball, instead of ball watching, get in the ball line. The movement really means something. And around the goal area and around the goal itself, and then the area, and then the space, all these things mean something to you, do they not?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And so now, this is why we're authentic, is that, we're discretion and everything. But you know, we get shovel. When I look on a field and I see a goalkeeper standing still, he or she, I go, oh, bad things are about to happen because if you don't prepare, you're going to prepare to fail.
Right. Yeah.
So what, and in my life, it was movement. I would have a beat, a foot movement beat with the feet and my body and my arms and my eyes, and I'd move around the goal, but I was moving up, forward, side to side, but moving on the balls of my feet. And people said, "Hey, Will, I'm looking at you and I'm looking over there, and you're totally different, man. I mean, what's the deal here?" And I said, "Yeah, man, you gotta move. You gotta, be a part of the reason for the season, and that just standing there, it's gonna affect your mind, your attitude, and your physical play. The body was not meant to, hey, I mean, that's in the morning. Otherwise,
Yeah.
move and feel like legs. Is there a certain, if I was to come watch you during practice or at games, is there some stuff that you do that is uniquely Mia Hurd?
During the game, I think, yeah, just like I always try to keep moving. If I ever catch myself standing, I'm like, yeah, I gotta move. Because I think moving, like, it helps you stay connected to the game and helps
Yes,
you like focus on everything, like scanning the field, communicating with like defenders and everybody else. Like, I
yes,
think moving is such an important part of being a goalkeeper. Like, you have to be moving at all times.
yes. And I mean to tell you, and correct me if I'm wrong, or if you and tell us if you verify, is that sometimes not making a save, I'm mentally exhausted because of the whole 90 minutes of thought, the communication, and moving just around a little bit. That, oh, I was so, man, this is, wow, you didn't do anything. I did a whole lot.
Yeah, I think definitely like even in a game where you don't get much action, like you're still like there's so much thought that goes into it and like there's so many other things that a goalkeeper has to do that doesn't involve making like an upper 90 save or like something crazy, like a crazy 1v1 breakaway save or something. Like
Yeah,
there's so much communication, so much scanning the field, like everything, like a goalkeeper has to do like everything. So,
yeah. Can you give me 10 minutes?
yeah.
Okay. So the story goes is that, is there a ritual that you do before practice or before a game when, hey, it's me a time, you know, we're
Mhm.
going to practice, we're going to play a game. Is there something you do to make it happen?
I think especially before games, I like to like listen to music, kind of like stay calm, like hype music, but like remain calm and composed. I like to write down like what I want to do in the game, like what I want to focus on. I think it's a big thing, and I think that helps so much with like visualizing like what you want to do and then putting it into like actions.
Yeah. You know what really helped me to really help me for, play in game and game intelligence and life is that there was a moment that it was Kevin Whalen's moment. And then after that moment, whatever happens, hey, Corporal Diem, baby, adjust and apply, you know. But the whole deal is that it's not going to be all, really nice and easy. I would have a guy, hey, you're supposed to be nice to me, I'm not supposed, I got to beat a sweat here before the game, and that's not proper. Or, the hell, all the crazy stuff and goofy stuff. But that I have, a goalkeeper is in chaos, totally mass chaos, and you got to make simplistic genius out of it.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's like it's hard. It's there's a lot going on as a goalkeeper. I think sorry. there's a lot going on. It's just like about staying focused. And then yeah, like there's some times where you have like a huge save to make, and then you have nothing for a while, and it's just like it's about mentality, it's about staying locked in, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, and if something happens, something happens. In my profession that I worked over 35 years, is that most people, when they see it, they say, holy Jesus, what the hell's going on around here? Man. And you say, oh, no, man. Everything is a pattern that everybody knows. And they're not moving until this person moves. Everything moves. We're like a watch. We're like a Swiss watch, man, to make this all happen. And when it's not chaotic, uh-oh, what happened, And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. And so that's the whole thing. And I found myself, and that it really helped. And I went, wow, that's what they're talking about. Is that there was times during the game when it's chaos and they turn around and they look at me and it seems like, hey, we got okay. It's okay. And then other times, they say, holy shit, well, come on, And
Yeah.
and that's why I'm not with the national team right now. You know, but that whole thing, you understand that you are an anchor, so to speak. You are the motivator. But you have a position that you got to be all decks on hand. You got to be as much as you can be.
Yeah, I think being the last line of defense, definitely, like, there's a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper position, and there has to be a lot of trust, like, from, like, you want a lot of trust as a goalkeeper from your team. Like, you want them to trust you to make the right choice, to direct them to where they need to go, but then, like, you also have to trust your team. So I think trust is a huge factor too.
Yes, well said. That means a lot. Okay, so do you remember how we started the episode off?
Yeah.
Can you inform me what it was?
You introduced me, and then we talked a little bit about my journey into coming early.
There you go. And the situation is that you have achieved a lot, Mia, but there is a time now that mental health awareness, it's like, hey, it's, you take care of your teeth, you take care of yourself, you take care of your mental health, correct?
Yeah, mental health is a huge part of playing a sport. Being open and vulnerable with yourself and others, I think, is a huge thing.
Whoa, whoa. Beautiful. I mean, gosh, the art and science of what you just said, Mia. To be open and vulnerable. And then that goes into what the trust is, that you repeat, because you're in a place that says this and that you have to be like that every day. And if it's not, you say, why not? And so that whole story of that, to be open for change, and to, that just that little tweaking, that little tweak that you make that meatball just right. I mean, oh, that was beautiful. The last couple weeks ago, last year, you made a great meatball, but this one was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yes, and vulnerable to say, hey, man, if you don't try, it's nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so and then your decision, well, you have that, kind of like sometimes decisions are based upon the inexperience of youth. Are you writing this down? Are you going to listen to it? Yeah, you'll listen to it. And the inexperience of youth, you're putting that in your meatball recipe, that you're taking that in consideration.
Yep.
And that it's no, oh, you're terrible. You did this, you did that. Hey, it's an inexperience of youth. I learned my lessons. And so that's the whole thing. Would you concur?
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome. An experience of you. I love that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't think it'll come in a T-shirt form, but to be able to, to tell your teammates and yourself that, hey, man, it's okay, sister. You just got the inexperience of youth, man. You're not going to be like this next season, next year, next week. You're going to be so, hey, easy. And like when you're the big Swiss watch, all the moving parts, you just don't crush it because one little part is messed up. You just, yeah. And I tell you one thing, you and I ain't going to get along if you got that meatball and you throw the whole meatball away. Hey, take off a little side or corner or something.
Right, they're so good parts.
Yeah. Okay, so now you have to take it, review it, and, you have to review yourself and what your objectives were in the first episode and what you would like the next one to be like. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
Okay. So we still do the old-fashioned whale certified way of, hey, Mia, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to, for as long as you want to say it for. This is your opportunity.
All right. I think it's going to be pretty similar to the other times. I want to thank my family, obviously, and my friends. Like, we were talking about opportunity, and, like, I wouldn't have the opportunity to be here without them, like, pushing me to be the best I can be, providing me with all the resources and previous opportunities I've been given to, like, get here. I want to thank everybody at Marquette, all of the coaches, all the players, for supporting me, for being just amazing and making this transition so seamless. And then I, of course, want to thank you for letting me on your podcast and for setting this up. This is so cool. And you were talking about earlier how you think I'm well spoken, and like I guarantee in the first episode we ever did together, like I was not as confident, and like I don't think I was as well spoken as I am now. So like this is such a cool like opportunity that you've given me, and like I love doing these.
Wow.
I'm excited to continue.
Wow. Man, isn't that something? Like, I'm looking at a 6 and you're looking at a 9, Is that the deal is that you didn't, I thought you were spectacular and kept this, but you looked at it a different way, but you are now at that place. That is a beautiful place. Would you agree?
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Mia, I tell you, this is something, and I can't, if I was, well, I'm going to say it. If I was 12 or 13 years old and I was I would be following Mia, man. I'd be following the episodes to see what the progress and what's happening and this and that, because the position man, woman, it doesn't matter. About boom, and you got to play. So thank you so very much for all that you've done so thus far, and I got nothing but high hopes. And whatever leads, whatever is in our future, you know, we're going to make the best of it. I really do believe, because that's the type of people we are, and that's our support group. Is that we're in for the long haul, baby?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Mia. So there you go, sister. I'll be looking forward to the next time, and you know your schedule. You know what you want to say, how you want to move it, and you will communicate that. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
All right, Mia. The best. Bye bye now. Now.
Bye.
Bye bye.